In today's world, where news spreads at the speed of a tweet, how can emergency services leverage social media to save lives? Let's explore the vital role of social platforms in crisis communication and how they're reshaping public safety.
Welcome to TiPS, Today in Public Safety, your go-to
Welcome
podcast
to
for
TiPS,
today's
Today
breaking
in Public
stories in
Safety,
public safety
the podcast
news.
where we
Here's
tackle
your
the
host,
latest trends,
Fletch, with
challenges,
today's
and
tips.
innovation in the world of emergency communications. I'm your host, Fletch. I'm an EMP and Vice President of Public Safety Solutions at 911 Inform, bringing you expert insights to keep you informed and inspired. Let's dive in. The growing importance of social media in crises. Social media platforms have become indispensable tools for emergency services during crises. With over 4.9 billion global internet users and 4.8 billion active social media users, the penetration of these platforms is staggering. Just in the U.S. alone, 85% of adults own a smartphone, and more than 70% are active on platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And it's this broad reach that makes social media a critical channel for real-time information dissemination and gathering. One striking example comes from Hurricane Harvey in 2017, when emergency services used Twitter to respond to distress calls. With local phone lines overwhelmed, people turned to hashtags like #HarveySOS in order to seek help, and local agencies adapted quickly in order to track and respond to these posts. This shift underscores the potential of social media to complement traditional 911 systems, real-time information gathering, and verification. Now you have to remember, social media is not just a broadcasting tool. It's a two-way street. Platforms like Twitter excel in real-time updates, while Facebook is useful for community-specific information and sharing. For instance, during the 2021 Colorado wildfires, emergency services monitored local Facebook groups in order to identify new fire outbreaks, as well as areas that required immediate evacuation. This is great, but integrating social media into crisis workflows requires caution. False information is out there and can spread quickly, which complicates efforts. But this is where AI-driven tools like sentiment analysis, as well as geotagging, all become invaluable, helping agencies filter credible information from the noise and prioritize urgent posts, choosing the right platform for the right job. Various different social media platforms serve different purposes, especially in a crisis. As mentioned, Twitter is best for concise, real-time updates and official alerts, where Facebook is ideal for communicating engagement and localized information. And the graphic nature of Instagram makes it effective for visual updates like evacuation routes or even safety tutorials. And then there are platforms like Nextdoor, which is useful for hyper-local updates and direct communication with affected neighborhoods. The bottom line is agencies need to tailor their specific strategies to these strengths. For example, using Instagram to share evacuation maps or post short, informative videos on emergency preparedness can enhance community understanding and compliance. Integrating social media into existing workflows. To fully leverage social media, emergency services must integrate these tools into their regular operations. This means setting up dedicated social media accounts and teams, all with specific defined roles, and placing them in the command centers while providing them with software that helps them aggregate posts and identify trends in real time. Finally, don't forget to train staff on communicating clearly and empathetically with the public. This is equally crucial, especially during a disaster. A coordinated effort between social media platforms, public safety answering points, and emergency responders can bridge the gap between traditional systems and modern communication methods. The goal here is simple: get the right information to the right people at the right time. Well, that's it for today's episode of TiPS Today in Public Safety on how social media is more than a megaphone. It's a lifeline offering offering unprecedented opportunities to enhance crisis communication. Remember, if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to drop us a like, don't forget to subscribe, and share it with your network. For more insights on our full cadre of episodes, you can visit 911tips.com. Until next time, stay safe, stay informed, and keep innovating. Take care.
You've been listening to TiPS, Today in Public Safety, your go-to podcast for today's breaking stories and public safety news. Hosted by Fletch and available every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Catch past episodes on 911tips.com. That's 911tips.com. Be sure to like and subscribe, and remember to join us each week for the latest on NG 911. I am Spider Harrison, the official 911 voiceover dude. Catch me on Sirius XM on various channels, including 90s on 9, the 10 spot, and on the Weekend Countdown on Hits 1. Or don't regret it for the rest of your life. Either way, I'm good. TiPS is brought to you by 911 Inform, the leading next-generation 911 solution for enterprise compliance with federal 911 regulations. Visit them on the web at 911inform.com. 911 Inform, making every second count when it matters the most.